Hello, and welcome back to our channel, your trusted source for senior health and wellness. If you or someone you love is over the age of 60, this video may be one of the most important you watch this year. Today, we're talking about something many of us wonder about, but few are willing to speak out loud. Are there signs that someone may be entering the final year of life? We'll explore 5 key signs that doctors and caregivers often notice in elderly individuals who are approaching their last year. And just as importantly, we'll uncover some surprising foods that may be silently harming your body as you age, along with healthier alternatives that can make a real difference. This video is not meant to scare anyone, but to inform, support, and give you the tools to live the healthiest and most peaceful life possible. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a warm cup of tea, and let's begin. Sign number 1, drastic, unintentional weight loss. The first sign that may indicate an elderly person is in their final year of life is sudden or unintentional weight loss. This doesn't mean losing a few pounds here or there. We're talking about a noticeable, ongoing reduction in weight, often more than 5% of body weight over 6 to 12 months, without trying to diet or exercise. Doctors refer to this as cachexia, or frailty-related weight loss. It often means the body is having trouble absorbing nutrients or breaking down food properly. It can also be a result of muscle wasting, chronic illness, or underlying cancer. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, weight loss in the elderly, especially in combination with fatigue or weakness, is strongly linked with higher mortality risk. If you or a loved one notices that clothes are fitting much looser, or if the number on the scale keeps dropping with no obvious cause, it's time to consult a doctor. Early detection could help uncover treatable issues like thyroid imbalances, depression, or digestive problems. Sign number 2, severe fatigue and withdrawal. The second sign is something many caregivers and family members notice, even before a diagnosis is made. It's a deep and constant fatigue, paired with a growing disinterest in things that once brought joy. An elderly person may start to sleep more during the day, withdraw from social activities, stop answering phone calls, or seem emotionally distant. This isn't just a bad mood or being a little tired. It's an exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest. In many cases, the body is redirecting its energy to essential functions and away from day-to-day energy demands. For some, this can be a natural process of the body slowly shutting down. That said, this kind of fatigue can also come from anemia, depression, or medication side effects, all of which can be treated. So again, don't jump to conclusions, but do treat this as a meaningful signal that the body may be going through something significant. Sign number 3 is something many people overlook: frequent infections or unusually slow healing. Maybe it's recurring urinary tract infections, repeated bouts of pneumonia, or wounds that just don't seem to heal like they used to. This happens because with age, and especially near end of life, the immune system becomes weaker. This condition is called immunosenescence. It means your body's defenses are less effective at fighting off viruses, bacteria, and injuries. If you or a loved one is frequently in and out of the hospital for minor infections, or if small bruises and cuts linger for weeks, this may be a subtle warning sign that the body is no longer recovering the way it used to. According to a review published in Aging Research Reviews, a weakened immune system in the elderly is directly associated with higher rates of hospitalization and complications, even from otherwise minor illnesses. Of course, a weakened immune response isn't always a death sentence, but it should prompt a deeper medical evaluation. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something that affects us every single day: the food we eat. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to certain ingredients, even ones we've eaten our whole lives without trouble. Some foods that seem normal or even healthy may actually speed up aging, increase inflammation, or weaken our hearts, kidneys, or bones. Let's look at a few common culprits that might be silently damaging your body, and more importantly, what to eat instead. We'll go through 3 major food types in this video. The first one is something that's on most breakfast tables, but can be much more harmful. Number 1, processed meats. The first food that silently harms aging bodies is processed meat. Things like bacon, sausages, ham, deli turkey, and hot dogs. You might think, well, I've eaten these for decades. That's true. But here's the thing. As your body ages, your ability to process preservatives and sodium drops significantly. Processed meats are high in nitrates, saturated fats, and sodium, which can increase blood pressure, stiffen arteries, and raise your risk for heart disease and stroke, especially in people over 60. In fact, research published in the journal BMJ found that eating processed meat even twice a week was associated with a higher risk of death from cardiovascular disease. So what should you eat instead? Try lean proteins like grilled or baked chicken, soft-cooked fish like salmon or trout, plant-based proteins like lentils, tofu, or beans. These are easier on the heart, easier to digest, and packed with nutrients that support healthy muscles and energy. Harmful food. Number 2. Refined carbohydrates and sugary foods. The second food group that silently harms aging bodies is refined carbohydrates and added sugars. We're talking about white bread, sugary breakfast cereals, pastries, cookies, candy, and many packaged snacks. These foods may give you a quick energy boost, but they also cause spikes in blood sugar followed by crashes, which can make you feel tired, dizzy, irritable, or even confused. Over time, these sugar spikes contribute to inflammation, weight gain, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. One large study published in Neurology showed that diets high in sugar and refined carbs were linked to a higher risk of dementia in older adults, even in people who were not diabetic. So what can you eat instead? Choose whole grains like oats, brown rice, or quinoa, fresh fruit for natural sweetness, like apples, berries, or bananas, nuts and seeds for snacks instead of chips or cookies. And when you crave something sweet, try baking with natural sweeteners like honey in small amounts, or using cinnamon to bring out flavor without sugar. Your brain, your heart, and your energy levels will thank you. Sign number 4, confusion or sudden cognitive decline. Now let's return to our list of signs that may indicate someone is in their final year of life. Sign number 4 is sudden or progressive confusion, memory loss, or cognitive decline. This could look like forgetting names of close family members, getting lost in familiar places, trouble following conversations or making decisions, becoming paranoid, anxious, or agitated for no clear reason. While some level of forgetfulness can be a normal part of aging, sudden or severe changes in mental function, especially over a few weeks or months, are often a sign of something more serious. It may indicate dementia, delirium, or underlying organ failure, particularly involving the kidneys or liver. It may also be triggered by infections like urinary tract infections or pneumonia, which often present with confusion in seniors instead of fever or pain. In many end-of-life cases, families notice their loved one beginning to withdraw from the world, often becoming less responsive, more inward, or more confused. This doesn't always mean the end is near, but it can mean the body and brain are under stress and need medical attention right away. If you notice this in yourself or a loved one, don't wait. A proper diagnosis could reveal a reversible issue or allow the family time to prepare and support one another. Harmful food. Number 3, high-sodium foods. Let's talk about the third common food group that can be harmful, and it's one that sneaks into meals without you even noticing. High-sodium foods. Most seniors are advised to limit salt, but many don't realize just how much sodium is hidden in everyday foods, even those that don't taste very salty. Culprits include canned soups and vegetables, frozen meals, bread and rolls, cheese and processed spreads, salad dressings and sauces like soy sauce. Excess sodium causes fluid retention, which puts pressure on the heart and kidneys. It also increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart failure, and stroke, especially in people over 65. So, what should you do? Opt for fresh or frozen vegetables without added salt, low sodium or no salt added canned goods, cooking at home with herbs and spices instead of salt, reading nutrition labels and choosing items with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. Even reducing sodium by a little each day can significantly improve your heart health, lower your blood pressure, and reduce swelling in your hands, changes in breathing, or vital signs. Now for the 5th and final sign that an elderly person may be in their final year of life. Changes in breathing, heartbeat, or other vital signs. This may include shallow or labored breathing, periods of rapid breathing followed by long pauses called Cheney-Stokes respiration, lower body temperature, especially in the hands and feet, a weak or irregular pulse, blood pressure that slowly drops over time. These changes are often subtle at first, but they're important. They usually indicate that the body is working harder to maintain its basic functions, and that major organs like the heart and lungs may be starting to decline. If you notice any of these symptoms, especially along with the other signs we've discussed, it may be time to talk openly with a doctor or palliative care specialist about what comes next. These conversations can be emotional, but they are also empowering, giving families the opportunity to plan for comfort, dignity, and connection in the time they have left. What to eat instead? A simple daily eating plan for older adults. Now that we've discussed the hidden dangers in common foods, let's shift our focus to what you can and should eat every day to support your body as it ages. Here's a simple, easy-to-follow daily eating plan designed with older adults in mind. It's based on the latest research and the nutritional needs of people over 60. Breakfast: oatmeal with a handful of blueberries or banana slices, a few crushed walnuts or chia seeds for healthy fats, herbal tea or a small cup of black coffee. Lunch: grilled or baked salmon or skinless chicken, a side of steamed vegetables like spinach, broccoli, or carrots, a small serving of brown rice or quinoa, water with lemon or a light vegetable soup. Snack: a small apple or pear with a tablespoon of peanut butter or low-fat yogurt, or a handful of unsalted almonds or sunflower seeds. Dinner: a lentil or bean stew with soft whole grain bread, a side salad with olive oil and lemon dressing, herbal tea like chamomile or ginger to aid digestion and sleep. This kind of diet supports digestion, brain health, muscle strength, and helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, all of which become increasingly important as we age. 4 daily habits that support healthy aging. Food is powerful, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Let's now look at 4 simple daily habits that science shows can help you feel better, live longer, and stay independent. 1. Daily movement. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon. Just a 20 to 30-minute walk, gentle stretching, or chair yoga each day can improve circulation, balance, and joint flexibility. Regular movement also supports digestion, sleep quality, and helps protect against falls, one of the biggest risks for seniors. 2. Social isolation can take a huge toll on health. Call a friend, join a group, attend a local senior center, or even start a hobby club. Staying socially connected reduces the risk of depression, improves brain health, and keeps the spirit strong. 3. Stay hydrated. Older adults often lose their sense of thirst, but staying hydrated is crucial. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of fluids per day. Water, herbal teas, broths, or water-rich fruits like melons and oranges. 4. Get good sleep. Sleep helps the body repair, regulates mood, and strengthens the immune system. Stick to a regular bedtime, keep the room cool and dark, and avoid screens an hour before sleep. If you wake often or feel tired all day, speak with a doctor. You may have treatable sleep apnea or insomnia. Final thoughts and encouragement. Let's take a moment to remember, aging is not a disease. It's a natural, beautiful stage of life, full of wisdom, reflection, and opportunity. Yes, there are signs that may indicate when someone is nearing the end of life. And yes, there are foods and habits that can either hurt or help our bodies in powerful ways. But most importantly, you are not powerless. Every small change, from what you eat, to how you move, to who you talk to, adds up. And whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or even 90s, you can still make choices that support your health, your comfort, and your joy. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or family member who might need to hear this message. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss a new video about living well at every age. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.